The third bus for the field trip is packed. Students are chattering silently. But there is one seat in the back that everyone's avoiding, a slightly longer seat where Professor Kim Taehyung is seated alone, suiting his usual. Why is the seat is longer? Is it special for Professor? Maybe, or maybe it's because no one else sat near him. Look at his face. He's so handsome though. Imagining sitting next to him. Yeah, if you don't freeze to death from his first glare. Snods, you step into the bus lid, scanning for empty seat. Your eyes widen when you see every spot taken except for the seat next to Professor Kim. You freeze, hoping someone else will take it. Driver, find a seat quickly, we are leaving. The students notice your dilemma and begin whispering she is gonna to have sit there, poor girl, nudging her friend, or lucky girl, depending on how you see it, jealousy tone. You sigh and walk hesitantly to the bike. All eyes are on you. You stop in front of them, who doesn't even glance up from his book. Professor Kim sat here, murmuring. He slowly lifts his eyes, giving you a cold, sensing look. The bus crossed eerily. Silent. Do I have a choice? Let me. A few students trickle laughter. You grit your teeth and carefully lower your onto the bed. Each of the set, just as the bus starts moving, a sudden jump makes you lose your balance. You fall onto his lap, gasping shock. I'm sorry, determined to whisper fiercely. His hand grips your waist, settling you. His voice is low and sharp. Sit properly, or do you want the whole bus to watch us? This spectacle. The students already suspicious and started whispering louder. While she is sitting on his close to him, whispering, she fired and she what I wouldn't give to fall into his lap. Do you think he's annoyed? He looks annoyed, frowning. You sit up quickly, your face burning. He leans back against your seat, his cold expression unchanged, but his hand remains slightly on her waist. Hidden from the view, let go, they are going to notice, whispering angrily. Maybe you should stop screaming then. Speak faintly, his voice barely audible. You freeze, glaring at him, his turned to his book, as if nothing happened, leaving you frustrated. The whisper around you don't stop. Why isn't she saying anything? He usually yells if someone bothers her, whispering to a friend. Don't be ridiculous, Professor Kim doesn't like anyone, gasping. You feel the heat of their stares and try to stay as still possible. He glances up at you out of the corner of his eye, twitching as if amused by discomfort. You are terrible at acting. Maybe because sitting on my husband's lap on a crowded bus isn't exactly normal. Greeting your teeth. His smile depends from a split second before disappearing. The bus jolts again, and this time you steady yourself by gripping. 10 minutes later, the bus continues. You are still awkward sitting in a small space on his seat. Your bike strips in the first row. Your best friend, Jiho, the university's top student at a perfect gentleman, is reading a thick book. But something catches his attention, whisper and giggle from the students around him. Whispering, look at her. She is sitting with Professor Kim first. Here and now, Jiho, where does she get all the luck? Rolling her voice, seriously, it's not fair. Jiho, Oppa even smiled at her this morning. Jiho frowns, looking back to see what the commotion is about. His eyes widen slightly when he spots you sitting awkwardly next to him. He concerns when you meet his gaze and immediately stands up, walking down to it toward you. The other student's eyes follows him, murmuring jealousy and curiosity. Are you okay? You look uncomfortable. Forcing a smile, I'm fine, Jiho. It's just crowded. His shift through the small space you are sitting in, and then Taehyung is calmly flipping through his book, pretending not to notice interaction. Jiho runs to you. Here, switch with me. You can take my seat. It's more spacious. Before you can respond, a group of student most popular boys sitting in the middle of the bus decided to join in. They are loud, confident, and always surrounded by girls vying for their attention. Hey Vine, why sit there? Come sit with me instead. Or better, sit on my lap. It will be more comfortable, don't you think? The bus erupts in laughter and giggles. The girls sitting near them is calling off flirtatiously. Playful heading boy's arm. Papa stopped teasing her. She is so sly. Opa, why don't you ask me to sit on your lap instead? You sink lower in your seat, mortified. His jaw clenches, step closer to the group, his calm Gemini snipping. Firmly stop it, don't talk to her like that. The voice make relax, we are just joking, right man? Laughing, yeah, come on, it's all in a good fun. Gio takes another step, his fist tightening, the tension in the bus grows, and some of the girls start whispering again. Student Trey whispering, did you see that Geopa is so protective over her? Student Paul jealousy, yeah, she's so lucky. First professor, not you. How many handsome guys does she need? Meanwhile, the expression doesn't change, but his jaw tightens subtly. He clenches his clothing book and soft snap look up. His sharp gaze silences the chatter instantly. His voice is calm but authoritative. That's enough. The voice blinks slightly and even Geo pauses. His eyes move slowly across the group, his tone icy. Stop this drama. If you have nothing better to do, I suggest you to start preparing for the quiz next week. Or to the plan to have failed. Oh, what an attitude. By the way, thanks. Looking at you without lowering his voice. Don't thank me, just stay out of trouble. You're leaning back slightly. Timesky the bus finally arrives at a historical site. The students who are eagerly chattering and snapping pictures step off the bus and cheer immediately by your side. His warm smile masking the tension from earlier. Fine, are you sure you are okay? Didn't like how they were talking to you back there. Nodding, I'm fine, Gio. I really don't worry about it. Before he can respond, the loud interrupts. Wine, if you need a tour guide, I'm available. Or should I say a bodyguard? Grinning as he walked past with his group, his friends laughed. No thanks, you know them. Papa stopped teasing her. Show me some instead. Flipping her hair, you started trying to ignore them, but as you stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. Don't you have something better to do? Boy, to relax, stops friend. No need to get all protective. Voice mate raising his hands in a move surrender. They walk away still laughing. Joe looks at you, his expression softening. Why do you put them with quietly? They are just annoying. It's not a big deal. Shrugging behind you, King is watching the entire exchange. He stepped closer, his voice cutting through the moment. Both of you move. Just different footsteps aside politely, while you quickly fall in line with the other students. His gaze lingers on you for a split second before he books ahead, his posture rigid. The group spreads into a smaller cluster to explore the site. You stick close to Geo, who starts pointing out historical details from the lounger. Did you know this temple is over 400 years old? Look at the carvings on the pillars. They're designed to tell us a story. Smiling slightly. Really, you know everything, don't you? Not everything, laughing softly. You love too, but the moment in shorter like a boy one. Still following Chihu around when you are making it hard for the rest of us to get your attention. Yeah, Chihu's hogging all the time. Come hang us with instead teasing. It's none of a business. Chihu's expression darkens and steps forward. She is not interested. Leave her alone. And who are you, her bodyguard? Raising an eyebrow. You open his mouth to respond, but Taehyung appears out of nowhere. His voice calm, silencing everyone. Enough. The boys straighten up, intimidated by his presence. Relax for a second, we are just joking. Muttering. Do I look I tolerate joke? Get back to the group now. The boys change never glance before walking away quickly. Taehyung turns to you and Jiho is kissing her on you for a moment before he speaks. This isn't a playground. Focus on your assignment or go back to the bus. He walks off without another words. After dinner, the group is sent to their assigned rooms in a cozy lodge of the night. You and the other students settle into your shared dormitories. The chattering girls around keep gossiping about Professor Kim's scientist about excusing yourself to get some fresh air. No one notices you quietly disappearing into Professor's private cabin at the edge of the lodge grounds. Inside the cabin, the warm glow of a single lamp lights the room. Tang is sitting at the small wooden desk, writing something on his notebook. As soon as the door clicks, a shirt look up. His cold stare melts instantly. His sharp eyes soften, lips curving to a faint smile. You took longer than expected. In a low, gentle voice. I couldn't come earlier. They get suspicious. Setting down your scarf, speaking softly, stands and crosses the room in a few steps, pulling you into his arm. He holds your form careful, like he is afraid to let you go. His voice is dropped even lower, filled with love and affection. You shouldn't have to sneak out like this, Jiggy. Tries Wilson. You know we don't have a choice. If anyone finds out, you rest your head on his chest, whispering. He tilts your chin up, his intense kiss hugging with yours. His thumb brushes your cheek tenderly. Let them find, let them talk. You think I care about what they think I pretend to be indifferent to you. You are a professor thing. I don't want to cause trouble for you, smiling sweetly. His jaw clenches at your words, but his signs pulling you closer. You think I care about that little more than you. You are my wife, man, my everything. He murmuring with a small pout. His words make your chest silence. With the warmth, this side of Taehyung, the only who loves appears unconditionally so different from the cold professor the university knows. It's a sight only you get to see. You like you don't like this one. You are glaring at me in the class, softly teasing, sliding his fire against yours because if I don't, someone might notice how much I'm staring at you. Do you know how hard it focuses when you are in the room? You laugh quietly the sound, making his smile hard, and he brushes his lips against your forehead. It's quite soft for now. Taehyung had reluctantly signed to the university alone today because he is sick. He had instructed you to not escape no matter how much you argued. Now, after finishing classes, you are back home, but you are not alone. Gio walks beside you carrying a bag of groceries, his usual smile plastered on his face. The door clicked open, revealing things standing there looking pale but still effortlessly handsome, even in his sick state. He is dressed in a plain sweater and loose pants, but his sharp eyes immediately lock onto Jiho. His expression is unreadable, but the slight narrowing of his eyes doesn't go unnoticed. Jiho was a surprise. His voice low and raspy from being sick. Jiho, however, the gentleman, flashes his charming grin and holds up the bag of groceries. Good evening, Professor Kim. One said you weren't feeling well, so I thought I'd come to help. Hope you don't mind. Then gaze shifts toward you, his smile nervous, stepping inside quickly. I asked him to come. You need proper food, and I don't know how to cook. What the doctor said. He is a great cook, so he's offered to help. His jaw tightened slightly, but he stepped aside to let Jiho and his deep voice calm but hint of tension, of course, come in. John is casually placing the groceries back on the kitchen counter. He rolls his sleeves, glancing at Taehyung with a playful smile. Don't worry, Professor. I will take good care of you. And told me you have been skipping meals. That's not good for your health. He leans against a wall, his arm crossed, his sharp gaze never leaving Jihu. His voice is calm, but there's an edge on it. I'm not skipping meals. I just don't have an energy to cook. Exactly, that's why Gio's here. He's going to make something healthy for you. Gio chuckles, starts unpacking the groceries, glancing up at you, and then Taehyung, I don't really care about you, Professor. You are lucky to have her fussing over you like this. He said teasingly, then leaves press into a thin line and he clears his throat. She always does. He runs between them, sensing the subtle tension in the air. Gio's usual remains rather than respectful, but his teasing tone doesn't miss a bit. You decide to take a revenge on him later, making it the thought that revealing his secret in front of him will be very fun. So, Professor, how does it feel to have such a devoted wife? She was panicking about your health the entire time at university today. Speaking as he starts chopping vegetables, you blush, shooting Jihu a warning look, but he just laughs softly. However, raise an eyebrow, his tone still calm but a hint of pride. I'm well aware of how devoted she is. That's why I insisted she go to class today instead of staying here to fuss over me. I wasn't fussing, pouting slightly. You were, but it is cute. Don't worry, Vine. I will handle the kitchen while you keep him company. He might get jealous if you spend too much time with me. His grinning showed him a glare, but his jaw clenches at a Jiho's word. Jiho, noticing the reaction, decided to lighten the mood further. Don't worry, Professor Kim. I will keep my distance. My loyalty to you is unshakable. Even I'm the better cook. He exhales a small smirk, tugging at the corner of his lip. Better cook or not, just to make sure it's edible. Jill laughs, enjoying the rare sight of the young subtle humor. You watch them interact, feeling the tension ease slightly. You start cooking, the smell of food fill the mansion, and Jill hums slightly as you work. Dinner is ready, and Jill proudly sat at the table. The young sits at the head, you beside him, and you across from you. The meal is simple but delicious, and you can't help but brag a little. So, Professor, how's my cooking better than what you used to? Grinning. It's good, better than expected. Taking a sip of soup, his tone dry but calm. Better than expected. Come on, Professor. Admit it. I'm the best cook you have ever met. Pretending to be offended, you laugh softly, but Taehyung raises an eyebrow. His voice is dropping slightly. The best. Let's not get ahead of yourself. Jihu chuckles, shaking his head. Taehyung, I have something to tell you about. You know, you will be surprised. You said exactly. His frown but nodded. You looked at you, smiled. Yeah, what is it, baby? Actually, Jihu has a crush on you. He said innocently. They both choked on their soup at the same time. What? What? They would exclaim simultaneously. You couldn't handle their reaction and burst into laughter. Oh my gosh. One, stop laughing like that. You are scaring me. When this was a joke, right? He sighed and started eating again. Okay, now I'm going to confess the truth. When your food is getting cold, eat first. Then glance between the two of you, sensing something secretive. What is it, man? Tell me. You nodded. Actually, should I tell him, Jihu? You asked for permission. Jihu sighed after noticing his cold, judging gaze on them and nodded. Alright, Taehyung, actually Jiho's role model. He wants to become a professor like you. You said softly. He looked surprised. His expression softened. Jiho meanwhile turned shy. His ears turned red and he laughed. Is that true, Jiho? Yes, Professor Kim. It's not just about your profession. I truly admire your entire personality, a hardworking man. And one more thing I admire you about is that you are an amazing husband too. He confessed softly, making Taehyung shy as well. Taehyung masked it by clearing his throat. Thanks, Mr. Jiva. I hope one day you will make me proud too. He said with a genuine smile. Jiva's smile widened. He nodded enthusiastically, of course. In the bedroom, Taehyung lay on the bed waiting for you. You were in the study room finishing your assignment. Finally, you entered the bedroom. Finding him sulking silently, you chuckled and climbed into the bed. His face lighted up with howl of your attention. Is your assignment done? It's done, Professor. Start placing your hand on his waist. No, it's not that bad, please. Let's wait till morning. We will call doctor if it don't get better, okay? He said, his voice muffled by the pillow. You sighed and lay back down. Then I'm really serious. If you have a fever, doesn't go down. I'm not going to the university tomorrow. I have to take care of you, please.